Hello, and welcome to the Labour Party campaign video. Today I'll be telling you a few things about what the other candidates have been saying. They're not very pleasant either. I'll start with Liberal Democrat Brian Copper. It wasn't actually him who said this, but his campaign agent David Brown. He said, when talking about playing in his band, he'd like to tie a kitten to his guitar amplifier and blow it away. How absolutely disgusting. How can anyone contemplate voting for a candidate whose campaign manager would like to blow away a kitten? How disgusting. Excuse me, could you tell me who you're going to be voting for in the school general election?
Labour.
And do you know why you're going to be voting Labour?
Because they're brilliant.
And why are they brilliant?
Because they are.
The Conservatives and Liberal Democrats don't rate for you.
No, not at all.
Why?
Because Liberals haven't got any policies and the Conservatives got us into this mess in the first place.
Thank you very much.
That's right.
Mrs. Jones,
Yes.
you voted Conservative all your life. I know, it's a bit of a joke, isn't it?
It is, very much so.
Can you tell us why you won't be voting for them this time?
Because of the way they tend to look after the rich and leave the poorer off people to look after themselves.
And who will you be voting for in this election?
I think I will vote for Labour.
And can you tell me why?
Because they seem to be a little bit more caring to the people that aren't quite so well off.
Okay, thank you very much. And can you tell me one more thing, please? Could you tell me who you'd vote for if you could vote in the Beacon School election?
I would vote for Oakley, the Labour candidate.
Thank you very much.
Beacon constituency Labour candidate Damien Oakley on one of his many visits to the less well-off. Mr. Oakley, can you comment on the housing in this area?
The housing in this area is diabolical. Under a Labour government this just wouldn't happen. Look at this. A typical home for the less well-off in this Tory constituency. A vote for Labour is a vote for houses better than this here. A vote for Labour is a vote for a better country.
The Conservative Party constantly attack Labour over their plans to raise taxes. What would you say in response to those attacks?
The Tories promised to reduce taxation. In fact, the proportion of national income taken in taxes has risen since they came to power from 34 to 37%. In a fair system, tax contributions are based on ability to pay. The poll tax is not based on this at all.
What would the Labour Party do for education in this country?
Labour will mount a major programme to make schools more effective. An Education Standards Council will be established, which will coordinate the work of inspectors in schools.
What would your party do for the National Health Service?
Labour created the NHS against Conservative opposition. Today the Tories are trying to destroy it again. We know we will have the strongest possible support from the British people to give high priority to improve and modernise the NHS. We shall honour that support.
What would Labour do for employment in this country?
The Conservatives believe in unfairness. An extra £8 billion a year has been given away in tax cuts to people earning over £50,000 a year. Yet today, over 15 million people live on or near the poverty line. People are being squeezed by poll tax, rising mortgages and high inflation.
Is there any message you'd like to give to your electorate at Beacon School?
I'd just like to give the electorate a simple choice. Do you want to vote for the Conservative candidate Emma England, who said, when talking about the pupils at Green Lane, and I quote, "I hate children"? How very patronising. Later in the same conversation she added, and I quote this again, I consider myself a child. Does this mean that the Tory candidate hates herself? Do you want to vote for Brian Hopper, the Liberal Democrat? His campaign agent, David Brown, talked of tying a kitten to a guitar amplifier and blowing it away. Or, do you want to vote for Labour, the party who will turn this country around, recreate jobs, and also fund the NHS, which is in dire need of a new breath of life? You decide. Thank you very much. This man lives in this shed. Vote for Labour and let people have real houses.
Ever been a victim in a violent fight when you know it's not true and you know it's not right? Got not 1 ounce of inch control. You got lust for blood running in your soul. You know it. Every person upon this earth became the image of the mother in a violent birth. We could sow the seed to stop the sand and heal this brutal, beat up land. Spider wants to be told about Elvis, the good side.
When you're interbreeding, speaking triple can make it confused with heavy breathing. Mixing drinks at water holes, get snarled up in the suburbs. Meandering through this and that, you're suspected of fakeness. When work is done, go to Villa Rosie every night. tasty. Go barbecue at Villa Rosie every night. So tasty. Across the common every day you come across the fine line, but wearing boots can prevent the leeches in the long grass. Eating between meals.
The like. The top